Hi, I'm Pascal Picard, and you're watching to Queens TV.
I'm Connie Kwong, reporting for Queens TV at a very busy grad club tonight for the show of Elliott Brood featuring the acorn and plants and animals. Elliott Brood formed in late 2002, and since then they've released 2 albums. They're currently working on their 3rd, and they've been nominated for a Juno Award as well as receiving the Galaxy Rising Star Award for Best Band in Canada in 2006. So without further ado, let's go check it out. I'm here with 2 members of the Acorn. We've got Howie and Sean here. So as we were just talking about it before, what's your take on the music scene in Kingston?
I don't really know much about the music scene in Kingston. I know there's a guy named Nick Warby who's a local indie musician, and I know some folks at Artel that do a music series, and we played a show once at the Artist Run Center called Modern Fuel, and that's a good spot, and the Sleepless Goat's a really good spot, and that's about it. We played the grad club a few times, but it seems like everyone's going to keg parties instead of seeing concerts.
So I'm here with Allison and Allison. They've come to see the Acorn tonight. What do you guys like about them?
They just have a good mix of music. I like the variety in it, and it's nice. It's different, you know?
I've never seen them before, but I've heard really good things, so I'm excited about the show.
Yeah. Since you guys are a Canadian band, do you think that affects your band's identity or the way that your music has formed?
I don't know, like the Canadian music scene on an international level right now is a lot of people are looking. Everyone's looking at Canada, and I think the government's funding, like promoting, like supporting the artists. So we get some funding to record albums and some help maybe doing a tour or whatever like that. So it's kind of a good time to be making music in Canada right now.
We're called Elliott Brood. This song is called Superior. It's for our forefathers that came before us. You all ready now?
You guys have a really unique music that you guys are playing, and I've read a few of your things, and you've been described as a bunch of things from death country to urban hillbilly. What would you describe yourselves as, though?
What would we describe ourselves as? I don't know. I think we consider ourselves pretty close to like a rock show and folk kind of regular straight up. I think that the instruments are a bit different, so maybe that's where that comes from. But I don't know. I think there's so much blending of, like as you'll see tonight, like the Acorn and bands that use all these traditional instruments in new ways and different ways. So I think the lines are pretty much blurred between, you know, what country music is and rock music and everything else. It's all one kind of thing. So I don't know we've had death country and like urban hillbilly and what's the other one? Saloon stomp, whiskey, this and that. So it's all fine. I mean, it's something, you know, everything gets tagged, but I think there's, like I said, there's such a blurry thing between lines of, you know, now that it doesn't matter. We just want to be known as a really good live show. That's what we pride ourselves on, as being a live band that hopefully people will come back to see more than once. So.
I think the one thing that throws kind of people off at times, or forces them to say, or makes them say, oh, it's like urban hillbilly and all this stuff, is that, you know, the banjo is actually a lead instrument. You know, it's like at the forefront as opposed to just kind of accenting things. And we never really set out to do that. It just kind of, you know, happened. So it's just like, you know, and I think that kind of defines our sound a lot. And so that's probably why people have, you know, called it what they've called it.
You guys have accomplished a lot at this point. Do you have any advice for maybe any students at Queens that are thinking of starting bands together?
Steve has the most experience in bands. He's been doing it the longest, so he might have the best words of wisdom.
All right, Steve?
Well, you have your ups and your downs, you know, and this is, we're definitely right somewhere in there in the middle. But what I would say is, if you're going to start a band, start a band. But absolutely, just start playing. Play till the wee hours of the morning. Play till the neighbors phone the cops. Do whatever you have to, and keep going, because it's fun. It's very gratifying in the end, you know. And look at me, I'm still doing it. I should be retired by now.
All right, well, thank you very much. I'm Connie Kwong, and I'm signing off for Queens TV.